People are trying to believe all these Steve Perry conspiracy theories and start a bunch of rumors. Don't believe it, don't buy into it. We'll talk about that coming right up.
And now it's time for Steve Perry News with Gary Stuckey. All Steve Perry News.
Hello, everybody. It's Gary Stuckey. Welcome back to another episode of Steve Perry News. Steve, of course, was in the news recently. I told you about it in my latest video. If you haven't seen it already, go check it out. Talking about his court case, and he's suing a guy. He's trying to take advantage of Steve and use his music without permission. They recorded years ago on this little demo 8-track tape. You know, Steve just doesn't want people to hear that. It's not good quality. You know, and some are trying to say maybe Steve is trying to cover up the fact, you know, his story that he said he wasn't recording any music for all those years, that, you know, that's going to embarrass him if it comes out that he really was recording music, you know, or something like that. That's not the case. You know, he just doesn't want this music out because it's not finished and it's not good. It's not up to his standards. So, you know, some people try to make these conspiracy theories, and some are going back and, you know, trying to say maybe Steve is at fault in this. A few of them, you know, I was reading some of the comments and I was kind of shocked, you know, that people were trying to hint around that maybe Steve, you know, and I know some inside stuff about this, I really do. And Steve is not at fault. I promise you that. And he deserves to win this case. But that's another story. Go check out my latest video on that. But Steve doesn't have to fill in gaps. Some are still talking about his time frames of his story. Why doesn't it fit in the narrative? Like he's lying. That some are trying to call Steve a liar. Still, it's so sad that they're doing that. They're trying to say, why doesn't he mention all the time? Why does he say he went away from music and he was still recording? Well, Steve didn't give a definite frame. You know, he doesn't go into detail on everything that he talks about so intricately and says this time, at this time frame, I was out of music, but such and such dates I came back for a little bit, but then he doesn't get into all those times. You know, he has a certain story he wants to tell. I'm thankful that he's back. He lets us in on his life. Such a cool thing that he does. What's wrong with that, right? He doesn't have to feel every little detail. But he said 21 years or 31. Why does he, you know, it doesn't really matter. And I think when you try to find out all this stuff, it's like you have this plan and this plot to try to destroy Steve's name or something because you're trying to catch him in a lie, you know, or something like that. But the truth is, it's awesome that he's back. And the truth is, if he wanted to tell us everything, he would. And maybe one day he'll have a book, right? Maybe one day he'll have the Steve Perry Tells All book. But until then, let's enjoy the music. Let's get excited about his new album, Traces. Let's get excited that maybe he's going on tour. Maybe there's some other things that's going to happen very soon. You know, I'm hoping to see there's some cool things in the future for Steve, right? So why question a guy that's doing all those good things? Why try to make him a spectacle and try to prove him to be some liar because he said he wasn't singing music at this time, you know? Why do that? You know, just be thankful, like I said, that he is back, and instead of taking time to speak negative about him, take time to put in that CD, or, you know, listen to him sing those songs. Go back and listen to Journey songs of how great the guy is. You know, to me, that's what's wrong with the world today. Too much of this negativity and not enough of this listening. If you listen more than you speak, the world might be a better place. But Steve is back. He's back to stay. He's not going to listen to any negative bull. I promise you that. And he's not going to go away. Some people are still saying, I wonder if he's gone for good. Is he going to... It's like they didn't hear him say he's going to go on vacation. He'll be back. He's not going anywhere. He will be back, and he's not going to listen to no bull. He's not going to be easily swayed because people think they can try to hurt him, you know. But if you're a fan, keep it positive. If you believe in that music, you know, keep it going. Tell everybody to buy this CD. You know, it's still make a great Christmas present. Just saying, you know. But Steve doesn't have to tell us every single thing about his life. It's getting cold out here. He doesn't have to tell us every detail. We shouldn't be wanting to know every little detail. You know, we shouldn't be prying in so much on his life that, you know, we need to get a life. If you know, if we're thinking that we have to find the dirt, if we have to find every little intricate detail about him, you know, I do this for the joy of it, this show, because you know I'm a big Steve Perry fan, but I'm not about to shoot him down with some negative comments that don't matter, you know. So let's keep it positive, everybody. Let's believe and hope for some new music from Steve one day. Hope for a tour. How about that? Hey, this is Gary Stuckey. Don't stop believing, everybody. God bless you.